I don't hear anything. Okay. Hello, everyone. I am AlucardsQuest, and you are. And you are. If for some reason you're not watching My Life in Gaming stream, or whoever else is streaming right now, I thought maybe you'd watch me lose at this for about an hour and a half or so. We'll see how it goes. I'll try my best. There is kind of a secret to playing Contra 3, but I don't know. And you know what? Just for weirdness, I mean, we could play Super Probotector, but I kind of want to play the Japanese version. Which I think is called Contra Spirits. For some reason. I don't know why it's called that. But we'll play it by ear. Okay, first thing. Display. Do we want to go 16:9? I don't think so. Pixel Perfect is actually wider than the original. That doesn't make much sense. And again, NES, TurboGrafx, and Super Nintendo pixels are wider than, say, Sega consoles. So maybe Pixel Perfect is more accurate. Anyway, I've already talked about the original versus scan lines thing. You guys know I hate it, but they'll never change it. I mean, these already have, well, at least the Castlevania versions already have their own physical releases, so unless they're patching it later, it's not going to happen. Which is fine. Okay. So, if we're gonna follow the YouTube rules, hey, like, comment, subscribe, share, join my members. I don't know. So, but supposedly if you say all those things, it helps. So I figured I'd say them right off the bat. Why not? We're gonna play this Japanese version, Contra 3. Because I don't think I've ever played this version. Let's watch the intro. 2636, yeah. This is just what the future looks like. Independence Day before Independence Day. Conflict continues. Let's attack aggressively. That's what that's from. Contra. I was wondering that on when I was streaming on Twitch the other day. So before we watch that, or we're not going to watch that. Okay, so a lot of people will give people crap about playing on easy mode, but the thing about Contra 3 is if you start on easy mode, then go to like normal, and then to the hard mode, you will save all your accumulated lives toward each gameplay. So, yes, we're going to start on easy. I don't want to hear no complaints. If they give you the option to change it, then it's part of the game. It's not like it's a Dark Souls where there's no difficulty level. And we'll see how far we get. My only regret is that I'm only playing by myself. Barrier. Explodey thing. Spread and spread. See, this game is so confident in its challenge that they give you the spread gun right away. But that said, I'm going to stick with the homing gun because that's how I roll. Barrier. So this Contra is the first that lets you carry 2 weapons. And if you hold L and R, you can use them both at the same time, but you'll do this weird jumping thing for some reason. Of course, the weapons don't power up. As the levels get harder, as you play harder levels, I should say, the things shooting up from the ground will stop being destroyed. So you'll have to just dodge them. Back of the box picture. Handsome guy. In this easier level, you can also destroy that thing on top of its back, so that no more bugs come out. Spread is kind of a detriment to having in this first boss, but we'll deal with it. but as underpowered as you might feel with a spread, the homing gun I got is even less powerful. Why did I pick these weapons, you might be asking? Well, let's say it's for the future. Alright, I even got an extra life. And I didn't die once. This is your cutscene. A picture of Bill Razor holding 2 guns. Okay. I think we'll start here. Whoa, mode 7, wow, amazing. Hope you guys don't get sick watching this, because we're going to be doing a lot of spinning. So the mission here is to destroy all those little turret guys, or whatever they're called. Easy enough, right? Well, it gets harder. Okay, that was easy, right? Whoa. Yeah, so getting the spread gun again doesn't do anything. You still have your same rate of fire and everything. So the guns you find from the beginning are the same guns that you end up with at the end. You also keep your high score from difficulty level to difficulty level, as long as you don't die, as long as you don't continue. And there's my first death. God damn it. Oh, and of course I lost my spread. So now I'm doubly screwed. Okay, that's a little better. I don't know what C stands for, but it looks, I think they're like explosive somethings. Some sort of explosive missiles. The C weapon is pretty powerful, though. Which is why I'm switching to spread. No, spread has a longer distance. I couldn't reach those guys with the C weapon. I think that's just a laser, which I wouldn't want anyway. But I think picking up weapons gives you points if you're going for that high score. I could get the homing thing right now. It would actually be to my detriment to do that, but I do think, I don't know, it'll come in handy. Well, it doesn't matter. This is the easy mode anyway, so we might as well get it. Shit. So much for easy mode. Better stay up here, or that guy's gonna get the jump on me, literally. Yay, we did it, guys. Thanks for your help. So I don't know if I even mentioned this on Twitch as I was streaming there, but I got a new headset with a new microphone. And it seems to be just as good as the last one, but the problem is it still picks up, even though it's supposed to have noise canceling, or the microphone is supposed to be better than the one I had previously. It still picks up my fan, either irregardless of where it's blowing. That mattered. That made no difference. Now I got 2 homing missiles instead of 1. Okay, back to 1. There goes my good weapons. I don't know. I can deal with a regular gun. This was the first Contra to introduce the machine gun as a starting weapon. No more pea shooter. You get automatic from the start just by holding down the button. Bike disappeared. Where'd it go? This music is so bizarre. Oh, I fell. Could you tell that I fell? How did I know? How did I know that I fell? Wow. Where are all these missiles coming from? I want to know this. I guess the helicopter was just shooting them all. Okay. We're doing okay. I died a couple times. Okay, you can fall off the edge here, so be careful. Do not take that bridge, that is a trap. You will fall. Shit. And you will die. Even if you don't take the bridge, you will die in this game. No bridge. That's what happens when you press L and R while in the overhead stages. Some people hate the overhead stages. There's only a couple in this game, so it's not too bad. Double spread, why not? Oh, does this look familiar? If you watched my other Contra videos, streams, it should look familiar. No. Laser is very strong in this game, but I still don't like it. He's got a gimpy leg. Is he Little Mo from the Home Alone movies? Little Mo with the gimpy leg. This music sounds so alien. Like literally, aliens are... Trick to beating this boss is always be crawling down when he reappears, then shoot up at an angle when he finally does reappear. Don't want that. I don't know how far it goes here on easy. That was easy. Maybe I should stop using homing missile and start using the C. It's super strong. Its rate of fire sucks, but it'll get you out. We did it, yay! And then in 30 minutes, actually. Nope. It's basically just telling you you did a good job, but that was easy. And of course in English, try normal mode. So you continue, you'll go right into normal mode, but with all your lives intact and your score as well. Buttons. Okay, this doesn't work on the... okay. Are we going? Oh, okay. So in this Japanese version, even if you beat it on easy, you still get to watch this sort of... the chopper scene. And the credits. Nobuya Nakazato. Famous Contra producer from this game onward, and helped out on a few Castlevanias too. I think The Adventure, either 1 or 2 for Game Boy, and then eventually Symphony of the Night. Sound designers, Masanori Ouchi? For sure. I'm sure he worked on Super Castlevania 4. Masanori Adachi. Don't know about the other dudes. Those names don't look familiar, but I could be wrong. Jun Furano looks familiar. So some of this staff did work on Super Contra, or Super Castlevania 4, I should say. Of course, after this, and I think after this game, who's those chicks pumping their arms up? Their girlfriends, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so normal mode. Let me pause it for a second. So, of course, after this game, and Super Castlevania 4, and there was another one, I can't think of the name of it. I want to say ActRaiser, but that's wrong. ActRaiser is a Square Enix game. I can't think of the name. But it was a Super Nintendo shooter, kind of famous for its overhead graphics. No, I can't think of the name. I'm sure it'll come to me someday. Anyway, after those games, of course, the big thing is that the people who worked on those games eventually left Konami because supposedly they were tired of making sequels. And then they formed their own company, Treasure, and they made a lot of Sega Genesis games. And then eventually they made some sequels to those games. Well, not all of them, but fans of those games asked for sequels. For instance, Gunstar Heroes was their first game, very Contra-like, and eventually they made Gunstar Heroes Advance, which is kind of a reboot, remake, sequel, non-sequel, prequel, non-prequel, sort of like a remake sequel, or sequel remake, a prequel, no, a remake sequel, or a reboot sequel. That's it. So it's a reboot sequel. That means it's a C-boot. Had to steal that from Red Letter Media. Anyway, yeah, so they formed Treasure. They made a lot of great games. They made some okay games. I don't know if they still exist as far as making games. They might help out on some things. I imagine some of them retired. They were kind of... I wouldn't say they were absorbed into Sega, but Sega took some of their assets and just kind of put them under their umbrella. The last game I remember Treasure making was a sequel to Sin and Punishment on from the N64 to the Wii. That's the last game I remember them making. And both of those are good games. Yeah. Kind of unfortunate. I think that was the first indication that Konami was losing talent. You know, the games that came after that, like Castlevania Bloodlines and Contra Hardcore, those are good games. Dracula X on the Super Nintendo was not. And but they eventually got it together for Symphony of the Night, and you know, the PS2 Contras aren't too bad, and the PS2 Castlevanias are okay. So, you know, beyond that though, it's that might be where the magic ended. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. I think we'll stick with that C weapon, whatever it is, and spread. Oh, had to kill the dog. He was coming after me. Believe it or not, the spread gun is the most expendable weapon. It's only useful when there's a bunch of enemies around, but in this game actually there aren't that many bunches of enemies. Just skip it. takes too long to destroy those if they're not completely in your way. See how well we deal with this concussion. Maybe it's a concussion grenade thing. Maybe that's what the C stands for. Okay, so on normal, you can destroy his back thing. Established. Oh, see, look how quick the C weapon does. It works. Powerful. Gotta stick with it. But for this level, we're going spread. I just remembered how on hard mode it's hard as hell to get some of those turrets to open their lid. Sometimes you have to bend down, sometimes you have to like stop shooting. Each one is different. Kind of a pain in the ass, actually. Yeah, in case you weren't paying attention, in these overhead stages, you don't have a jump button. Pressing jump actually... Oh, I lost my spread. I don't like this weapon, but I'm gonna use it. So pressing the jump button in these overhead levels makes you crouch. Yay! I'm not doing bad, eh? Of course, now's where we die. Ugh, danger. Funny enough, I think I'm doing better at Contra 3, which was one of my hardest games for the longest time. I think I'm doing better here than I was in Contra or Super Contra. And I'm more used to those games, especially the NES versions. Well, there I go, I died. Again, you wait for the thing. If you can see when it's going to attack you, make sure you're high and then go low, and it'll hit above you and you can shoot it from underneath. I figure I might as well give some game tips since I'm doing fairly well. I'm not a speed runner, but I hold my own. I always used to be impressed by that spotlight. I don't know why. No! Whatever that was, I kind of wanted it. I'm sure I wanted it. Watch these explosions as I jump up. Shit. They follow me. They follow me upwards. Video games. Alright, this time I'm gonna keep this C weapon. Ah, that was a mistake. Or at least not switching was a mistake. Take that, you bozos. Okay, so I'm not doing as great as I'd hoped, but the game gets harder. Move it, Bill. Move your ass. Get ahead of that flame. Get ahead. That fire is definitely faster than I remember. Ah, I thought I had the wall. Go, 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 go! Whew. I remember watching Jess Adele and her friend play this together, and they, you know, they were doing their best, but this game ain't easy, even on normal. They made 2 videos about it, so they made some progress. Fat lot of good bad day to me. Probably goes without saying, but in these harder levels, the enemies take more hits. Forgot about this guy. Just for a second. Okay. Spread. I'll take a spread. Screw you, Konami Bionic Commando. Wow. This is intense. Whew. The only reason I make it look easy is because I've played this so many times I kind of know what I'm doing. And yes, I know, as I always say, I can hear the fan and the microphone. I apologize for that, but we do these things on a budget. Oh shit. I don't know where I am. I hope I'm in a good spot here. I don't think I was. Ah! I'm not doing very good. Why did I run right at them? Laser, sure, I'll take the laser. It's powerful at least. Okay. Crap. Where are you starting me? Ugh. Crap. Oh, there we go. Now I got a weapon. Yeah. I honestly don't think I'll beat the game properly. Today. But we'll see how far we can get. For some reason, that snare and that low-end piano, it just really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? Ah, shit. Climb down. Climb down. If you stop right as he appears, his tail might not hit you. And you can aim perfectly at his head and take him out. See? I got one of them. I think if you jump as you attack these things... Shit. That's it. Oh, crap. Oh, there is a continue. Okay. I thought that was it. I gotta fight all the old bosses again. That's pretty cool that they bring back like the heart and the sort of tentacle boss from Super C, as well as the guy with this like skull head. Is that what it was? See, that's the heart is the end boss from the first one. This is the end boss from Super C. Oh, I thought I flipped, but no, it got me. Ah, shit. You die, you lose your good guns. I kinda think the music in this game is better than Super Castlevania 4. I'm sorry to say it. It just fits better, I think, and it sounds better. Oh, I missed it. terrible. Guys, I'm terrible. But if I didn't have those lives from me playing easy mode, I would be even worse. This is the boss from Arcade Super Contra, but he's also in Super C and NES. Fuck. That's... no? How many continues do I get? I didn't think it was this many. We'll keep going, I guess. Okay. What? Caught me. This gimpy leg. Alright, got him. I think I'll keep my weapons as is. I don't want that flame thing. Flame thing kind of sucks. Whoa. I tried to use my mega bomb or whatever they call it. Didn't work. I don't know if that would have saved me, but Couldn't have hurt. Ah! Yeah, I know. There are places to stand which are safe. Okay, don't use no more continues. No more continues. Maybe this Japanese version has unlimited continues. That could be. I honestly don't know. It would make sense. The US market was always kind of hampered by its rentals. So they would make games harder. Oh god. I do not remember this part. They would make games harder so that people wouldn't beat them when they rented them. Oh, frig. What's... Oh. Do I just keep jumping? What? What the fuck? What the fuck? I do not remember this part. Where do I continue? I guess. I don't know how many times I want to keep doing this part though, over and over again though. Isn't that the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over but expecting different results? I don't know if that applies to video games. Gimpy leg. I think for dancing they call it stanky leg. But I'm not a dancer, so I don't know. I used to work at GameStop, and my manager would always tell us about how he loved to dance, because that was his way of getting ladies. I mean, I guess that works. But it must have been more than the dancing, because he wasn't an unattractive dude. I mean, ladies, let me know if a guy who can dance really well is enough to get you interested. That was so weird, though. It was like he like one time he came to work and he had injured his foot. And he was so distraught because he couldn't dance to meet women at clubs. And I didn't understand that. I was like, you know, I just didn't get it. I mean, there are guys out there that just desperately need attention from women, I guess. I couldn't tell you about gay guys. I don't know if there are desperate gay guys out there who need to to constantly be meeting new people, and I never asked how far he got with the ladies. I presume he got his fill, whatever that may be. But it's just alien to me, because I was such like a, obviously I've been to like heavy metal and stuff, and that image kind of has like, oh, you play guitar and you have long hair and all the girls love you, and it was never like that. I did okay, but it was never to the point of me constantly needing some sort of affirmation, I guess, from I guess your preference of partners. I never needed that. I felt like I needed it when I was younger, but I didn't really. I came to learn that I didn't need it. He was so into what he was into, though, my manager. Like, he loved women. He loved to dance for women, I guess. And he loved video games too. In fact, he was really big on RPGs, surprisingly. He would be the one telling us, oh man, a story in Final Fantasy VIII, I don't know, you guys. 7 was cool, but 8 Squall is just like, I don't like people. And he's not wrong. I don't know, guys, if I have it in me for another round. Excuse me, I don't think I'm improving. I think I'm actually playing worse each time. And I hate to end the stream so soon, but it's just, I don't, it's not too bad. I mean, I go an hour and a half. It's hour and 20 right now, so that's not too bad. But I can't keep going on like this. It's kind of painful. I don't want to use save states. I don't know, boys. Excuse me. I think I might, as far as gameplay goes, I might end it here. Since I'm on YouTube, though, I just want to, sort of just briefly go through my YouTube history. I've been on YouTube almost since it started. I think I started my account in 2006, but I didn't post anything until a few years later, when I saw, like, obviously AVGN was getting big, and there were other reviewers. There were angry reviewers, but then there were people like obviously Happy Video Game Nerd, who's now stopped skeletons from fighting, and there was our friend Eric of Let's Get, and RetroWare TV, and some more serious reviewers who weren't angry all the time, or playing angry, or for yucking it up for laughs. So I not that I want to go into my entire history, but just that those two guys mainly, Eric of Let's Get, Goemon 047, some people may know him, and of course Derek of Now Stop Skeletons from Fighting, and of course producer Grace. But you know, I just want to like do some shout outs here to channels I really like. You might notice on my channel I have a lot of recommendations and stuff of other channels you should check out, or playlists of other videos you should watch. Like I say, I got Let's Get on there a lot, because he's like a good friend, even though we're several states apart. I still consider him a good friend. He's kind of on hiatus again, but we love him, and always check out his videos on Goemon047's Let's Get. Eric obviously Stop Skeletons. GameSack is a big one. I have my own GameSack playlists of videos least watched. You know, it's kind of silly, but I have like 41, 42 in a playlist that haven't reached that 100,000 view mark yet. And when they do, I kind of shuffle them out and, you know, put the new ones in that show up when they're posted. And I do my best to support them. I don't think, a little tangent here, I don't think people understand that a view doesn't count for people unless you watch at least 30 seconds of an ad, of the ads that they play. If they're, you know, even if the ads are shorter than 30 seconds, even if two of them are shorter than 30 seconds, you know, that's fine. But if you don't sit through at least 30 seconds of a 30-second or longer ad for the channel, then it doesn't count as a view. I'm not sure how that works with multiple commercials, multiple ads, I should say. Like usually YouTube runs 2 in a row, but if you're using an ad block or something, you're not helping the channel out. You're not getting them views. I mean, you might as well be a dead subscriber. And I think that's why, a lot of the times, that's why channels kind of stagnate and, you know, don't seem to get the views or whatnot as they used to, because I don't know how recent that decision is, but I mean, if you're watching YouTube with ad block, I mean, hey, you're skipping ads, but you're also not helping, you're not getting any views to the channels you're watching. So, you know, if you really want to help them out, you know, stick out the short commercials. And if a commercial goes over 30 seconds or longer, go ahead and skip it. Sometimes you'll watch a video and they won't play an ad at all. I don't know how that works, but you know, just YouTube doesn't require you to watch more than 30 seconds. So, yeah. Obviously, I don't make any money off of here, but for other people, channels that you support, really think about supporting them. Or obviously, if you have YouTube Premium or whatever it is, they won't play ads. They do have free trials of that, so definitely try it for a month. I got lucky one time and had a free like 4-month trial. See what you've got. See what you've got going. You might get lucky and have more than a month. But definitely take advantage of the free trials. Unfortunately, if you pay for it, it's like $11, $12, $13 a month, which is not a bargain. But you know, do what you can. There are channels that I'm not subscribed to that I watch that I do skip ads because I don't support them. I mean, I like some of the stuff they do, but I don't feel compelled to support them. So maybe that's something you can think about, which channels you want to help out, and which ones you just kind of casually watch and don't really subscribe to, or even pay that much attention to. I have my own system that I run. I won't get into details. I don't want to get in trouble. But to suffice it to say, I watch a lot of ads, or at least I sit through them, especially for music groups. And it kind of sucks when you get to a video that you like, no matter if it's like a short music clip or you know, 20-30 minute video, 40-minute video. If it gets to that point where you see it and you're like, oh my god, they're running ads for like, you know, 20 minutes or an hour or 3 hours or 7 hours, you know, I know those are paid for, but you know, just remember the 30-second rule. And this is something YouTube tells people. So this isn't, I'm not trying to cheat on anything. YouTube has openly said this. So but I feel like I should give more shout outs. I'm trying to think of the channels I still watch. Obviously My Life in Gaming. They always stream on Sundays, and they have really good length videos to watch. Follow your favorite music groups on YouTube. Probably the best way to help out your music groups is to see if they have a Bandcamp or to buy their merch, because music listens can only go so far, especially with streaming. You can buy the album, but the artist isn't going to make as much money even if you buy the MP3 as they would, say, if you bought it directly from Bandcamp, or you buy an actual CD, especially from Bandcamp if they offer that, but they may not. So obviously a lot of bands have to go through a record label for distribution. But you know, always try to support the stuff you're in. You're into, I should say, not the stuff you're in. Support the stuff you're in as well. Promote your brand. No, that's not my focus today. So, oh, another channel. Oh my gosh, you guys, definitely check out Matt McMuscle's channel. He's got tons of great videos on there. He does so much research. Soberdorf is another one. Check out his stuff. This is some really cool gaming content. Unfortunately, there's a lot, even though there's a lot of great gaming channels out there, there aren't that many like music or metal channels out there that really get that, that really give you the same kind of depth. The only one that comes to mind right now is and of course I can't think of the name. Oh, Banger TV. The name sounds weird. It sounds kind of pornographic, but trust me, there's a lot of cool metal content on there. They review albums. They get their audience involved in trying to pick which bands fit in genres better. You know, they get into long discussions on it, and you know, I've participated in some of them. Of course, I was just a guest, like everybody else in the chat room. But you know, they kind of have some shows, actually. They have some actual shows that they're working on, and they started out doing documentaries. The main guy, Sam Dunn, he's done Metal: A Headbanger's Journey, then Global Metal, then Metal Evolution, which became a TV series. But I think is also like a extended movie if you watch it all together. Good stuff. I wish he'd do more of that. I think he's done like Iron Maiden documentaries and what Triumph. I think he's done a hip hop documentary, which is weird. Not very metal, but you know, it's. I'm sure he tried to tie it in somehow. So that's a good channel. It's not the greatest metal channel of all time, but it's very high up there. I don't know what would be the greatest. If there were like a game sack of metal, that would probably be the greatest channel. Because GameSack is my favorite gaming channel. Someone else to watch. Oh, Commander James Stephanie Sterling. They used to be Jim Sterling, now they are James Stephanie, non-binary. Have a show. I think it's still called Jimquisition, but he transcends the title. A lot of talk about gaming and injustices in gaming and stuff like that. You know, great work he's doing, exposing not just gaming hypocrisy, but sort of relating gaming issues with real world issues, which are surprisingly not so dissimilar if you think of gaming publishers as giant corporations, and then there are corporations that don't make video games in real life. So there's correlation there, and it's a big problem. It's something we need to deal with as a society, no matter what country you're in. And of course, Angry Joe. I've been watching Angry Joe for a long time, maybe 10 years for me. He's been on longer than that though, and he still does good content. A little bit less on the gaming reviews, but I do think that's still where his strength is. His gaming reviews, his top 10 lists at the end of the year, especially for bad games or disappointed games. Still good content. Whether or not you think he's as funny as he used to be or can be or should be, he's still very informative. You know, he's still, you know, giving the information out of, you know, like James Stephanie Sterling, still pointing out the horrible things in gaming and the hypocrisies with the corporate and the greed and the, you know, all the things that are making it difficult to enjoy our hobby anymore. Speaking of that, there's also the Pat the NES Punk and the CU podcast with Ian Ferguson. Great show. They've been around forever. The Pat the NES Punk show itself is still good. Maybe not as popular as it should be, but you know, the CU podcast is very informative. The jokes are a little cringy in the Pat show, Pat the NES Punk show, but they're deliberately cringy. So I think you can handle it if you don't mind some sort of like just maybe 5% worse than dad jokes. I think you'll be able to understand. You can get it. You'll get it. And I'm sure there's always some I'm missing. But those are good starter points. I just wanted to shout out those guys for, you know, and obviously AVGN, he's the man, he's the master, you know. People say he's kind of lost his passion, and I don't think that's correct to say it that way, because he's still making videos. He still likes what he does. You know, it's not like he has millions of dollars in the bank. I mean, he very may well. But I think that's more from his business ventures rather than money directly earned. Although he's gotten plenty of that. Irregardless of how much money he's making, and it's none of my business, he's very successful and good at what he does, and he's earned all his success. He deserves to have people helping him write episodes, bounce ideas off, and, you know, help him edit, and, you know, help him with special effects, and, you know, and sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes his Angry Video Game Nerd episodes are still good. You know, you pick and choose what you like. I mean, there's a lot of channels I like that kind of fallen on the wayside, but those are the main ones. Yes. There's other review channels that are out there, but that almost too many to name. I think I might have mentioned Jess Adele, just Jess. It's just she kind of was my inroad to like reaction channels and to Twitch streaming. She's such a good person. She's so good-hearted, but she's also super excited about anything like Nintendo related or stuff she grew up with. She's jazzed about the new Sonic movie. You should have seen her reaction to Simon and Richter reveal from Castlevania, their reveal in Smash. I mean, that's the kind of reaction my heart had when I heard that my Castlevania characters were showing up in Smash. I'm a cold, evil person, or a cynical man, but watching her was like my joy appearing on the screen. So definitely check out her YouTube channel. I mean, I know reactions aren't for everybody, but I mean, when you see, you know, ones that are so full of heart and genuine, and there's very little negativity, you kind of latch on to them. But I won't connect this too much to Twitch. Twitch is sort of a separate entity. Obviously, I'm AlucardsQuest. I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. I do different content for each, by the way. Someday I might get smart enough and edit together some clips from Twitch, but right now I don't have the time nor the technology to do that. I stream directly from PS4, if you may or may not have noticed. So it's just not gonna happen or at least not until I get my shit in gear. But I'm grateful to have streamed for you today. I'm grateful to show more Contra. Obviously, we ran the Castlevania Classicvania, I should say, ran its course a bit. I wasn't about to. I played the Advanced Collection, went through all of it. I've almost platinum trophied it, but I don't think that's good enough. I'm trying to keep my YouTube under 2 hours. I'm trying to keep my videos under 2 hours, just for the fact that YouTube is kind of a quick thing. You notice I just uploaded like a 1.5-minute video of me sort of destroying a Geist package, which I still have it here. I still have the game, but I was trying to make a statement about WATA games and heritage auctions, which evidently they might come into some serious legal trouble, which I'm afraid they've earned. But anyway, I don't want my YouTube videos to go too long, because even I notice on myself on YouTube that I don't tend to stick around for anything that's too long. You know, obviously other channels, they have collection videos that run like 3-4 hours, and that's cool for them, but that's not where I'm at right now. I don't really think it works for me right now. Right now I'm just streaming for fun on YouTube, streaming for fun on Twitch. Different games, different things. Twitch is more like experimentation of what games I want to play, sort of like sitting down with friends time. YouTube seems to be more about me trying to really challenge myself with the harder games of my youth. I don't think I'll go like through Mega Man's or anything. I mean, maybe, but it's unlikely. After Contra, I might jump to something different. We tried Contra 3. We did our best. Beat it on easy, got close on normal. It's fine. If it were a Castlevania, I would keep trying until I beat it, but that's Contra. I like Contra. I love Contra. Some Contras are great, but I don't take them that seriously. Castlevania is more my jam, as you guys may or may not know. So, obviously, I've got my picture over there. Looks a lot like Alucard, but I assure you it is me. I look just like that. But I'm not a VTuber. Even though I play one on TV. I don't identify as a VTuber just because I don't know what the VTubers are, but I feel like I am one. Sorry. Anyway. They're just jealous. They're trying to scapegoat. They're trying to use the VTuber hashtag as a scapegoat. They think they own it. They're not trying hard enough. My friends work hard. They do all the right things, but they don't make money. So they're not. You're just making excuses. I has VTuber. Sorry. I can't help it. That's my new thing lately, is I can't stand certain Twitch streamers who think they're VTubers, who don't even know what VTuber means. It means virtual YouTuber, which even if it isn't a YouTuber, it's virtual. It means you have to have an avatar and you can't show yourself on camera. That's the whole point of being virtual. You know, and having you be a VTuber that shows yourself on camera on Twitch, you're not even a YouTuber. So what the hell? I don't know. But those people are super famous, and it's just kind of annoying. And I wish they'd stop, or at least I wish Twitch would crack down on it. It is technically a violation of their terms of service, but whatever for now. Whatever. And I wouldn't mention it, but there's been several complaints by people I know and I'm friends with, and they're trying to get a hold of people in charge over there at Twitch. So obviously it's not as serious as some other things, but it's you have to tackle what's in front of you. You don't jump over hurdles that are in your opponent's lane, you jump over your own as they show up. Anyway, enough of me ranting. I don't. I get a little bit more political on Twitch. Here, I might rant a little bit, but I don't. I try not to go on too much. We will be back, I guess. I guess what's left is Contra Hardcore. I'm gonna suck even worse at that. I promise. I swear to you, I will be even worse. So if you want to cheer me on for that, we'll see what happens. Can't give you a date. I don't have an actual schedule for YouTube. It's kind of just when things happen. But I kind of like that. It feels a lot more relaxed. It's kind of the Stevie T route, you know. Make videos when I can. But not have people wait too long. Since I've been subscribed to, that's another YouTuber who you should check out, Steve Terryberry, or Stevie T. Funny ass stuff. Always check him out. He's a fantastic guitarist, and he's like ridiculous. He's like a Zucker Brothers movie come to life, or rather, he's like the metal version of Weird Al Yankovic. Put it that way. That's the perfect description of him. Definitely support him. And he makes fun of people who can't play guitar to save their lives, but they pretend to. They're trying to fool people, and it's just, you know, go get him, Steve. I support you in that endeavor. Yeah. Oh, and one more person who came to mind. I've been watching her for a long time. Gab Smolders. I think she used to be Girl Gamer Gab and then GG Gab. But now she's just Gab Smolders. I won't even mention her boyfriend's name. Won't even mention it. She does her own thing, and it's good. It's great. It's great content. She's a big supporter of Fatal Frame, which, you know, hey, Castlevania has my heart, and by extension Bloodstained, but second to that, definitely Fatal Frame. Absolutely. It used to be Mega Man, and then it was maybe Silent Hill. But those series I kind of moved on from. And Fatal Frame, it needs all the love it can get. You know, I think it was with her and everybody's help that we were able to, all of us, have the Maiden of Blackwater re-release sell over 300,000 copies, which just blew Koei Tecmo's mind. So they're looking into what to do next, which is exciting. Instead of the series dying, we kind of revitalized it. And I would hope that that series, you know, at least gets to 1 million copies. I hope they make like a really great game, and that a lot of people get into it, like 1 million copies sold. That would be like a dream. It's not going to be Elden Ring where they've sold 15 million or whatever, but, you know, 1 million, you know, that says, hey, Resident Evil, you know, you've got competition. Step it up. That's what I think. And I love the Fatal Frame series to death. So she's a super strong supporter, and really, at this point, Koei Tecmo should be, you know, paying her like a salary, because she's gone through all 5 games, even the ones they didn't translate, twice, I think, for each one, and some translated by herself. When she used to live in Japan, she translated them to herself. So Gab Smolders. And yeah. She does more of Let's Play kind of thing, but there is some editing involved. There's a lot of, fun stuff going on her channel. She's very entertaining. I think everybody who I've mentioned here are great. But yeah. So, next time, probably Contra Hardcore. After that, I don't know what's next for YouTube. If you have any ideas, obviously, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Nobody says share. You should share videos that you like with other people. I will check with you again some other time. It will be, since this took about 3 weeks, I will say it will be less than 4 for sure that we get to Contra Hardcore. Hopefully sooner rather than later. If I think of anything cool to do, like that Geist video, because that made me even thinking about it. I've been thinking about that for a while. I was like, what can I do that's kind of just, and I've been thinking about doing that just because it's so silly, and I watched it back myself and I made myself laugh, and I don't laugh at anything, so I was glad to do that. I hope I can do more stuff like that, but who knows. Everyone, take care, be safe, do the things, as we say, COVID is not Ovid or over, so be careful. The numbers in my area are rising again, kind of worryingly rising, so keep that in mind. Vaccines, masks, you know the drill. Just be careful, because I worry about you, and I appreciate you. I've still got a subset of subscribers here. I don't know why they're still with me. I appreciate you guys very much, though. If you watch this later, I'm so thankful. You don't have to. I'm shocked that my videos get more than 2 views. I'm surprised when they get 1 view some days. So that's all. I just appreciate it. Thank you. And if I ever get to the point where I'm not appreciating anybody who follows me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or whatever, I hope I don't. I hope it never gets to that. But I appreciate y'all. I'm also on Bandcamp. Still got my old tunes up there. They're still free to listen to. Obviously, there's an option to buy, but I never pressure anyone into doing that. Not even my own family. My nephews were like, "Oh, you make music?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can listen to it on Bandcamp. You don't even have to buy. Don't worry about it. Just listen to it. Tell me how it is." And that's why I say, tell me how it is. Tell me what you think. I should probably... I've been thinking about uploading those to different sites, but we'll see. Obviously, Epic Games has bought Bandcamp for some reason. I have no idea what they're going to do with it, but generally when a corporation buys something that supports indie developers or indie artists, it usually doesn't end well, at least eventually. So I figure we got another 2 to 5 years before things get really bad. But anyway, that's enough. Everybody I've mentioned, check them out. And enjoy your games. Enjoy your music. If it's metal, that's awesome. If it's action RPGs, that's awesome too, because that's what I'm into. Yeah, I never know how to end things. I'll just let you go. That's what I'll do. And it's under 2 hours. We made it. Thanks a lot, guys. And I will see you next time with Contra Hardcore. And let's be awkward like Sakuno.